1,700 kilometers deep, where stealth was supposed to be safe, fire finds Russia's most advanced jets. Su-57s, symbols of air supremacy, now sit exposed on the tarmac. Drones, distance, and doubt collide. So here's the question. If even stealth isn't safe, where does the battlefield end now? Ukraine has carried out one of its deepest and most consequential strikes of the war, targeting Russia's most advanced combat aircraft, nearly 1,700 kilometers inside its territory. According to Ukraine's General Staff on April 25th, Ukrainian forces struck multiple aircraft at an airbase in Russia's Chelyabinsk region, including several Sukhoi Su-57 stealth fighters and at least one Sukhoi Su-34. Officials said several Su-57s and one Su-34 were hit, though the exact level of damage remains under assessment. Satellite imagery cited by the Telegram channel Exilinova Plus and Ukrainian sources suggests the strike likely targeted the Shagol airbase, with visual comparisons between April 17 and April 26, indicating damage to at least 3 aircraft. Ukraine has not disclosed the method used, leaving open the possibility of long-range drones, cruise missiles, or covert sabotage operations. However, on May 1st, Robert Brovdi, also known as Magyar, confirmed that drone units were involved, stating that 4 aircraft were hit, including 2 Su-57s and 1 Su-34. The aircraft were reportedly stationed at a rear airfield used for operations, maintenance, and dispersal, part of Russia's strategy to relocate high-value assets deeper inland. The Su-57 is Russia's only operational 5th-generation fighter, designed for stealth, advanced avionics, and air superiority, often positioned as Moscow's counterpart to Western platforms like the F-35. With only an estimated 40 aircraft in service, any damage to the fleet carries outsized operational and symbolic impact. Several Su-57s and 1 Su-34 were hit at Shagol Airfield. The General Staff added that the degree of damage was still being assessed, further warning more to follow. Ukrainian officials framed the strike as part of a broader effort to degrade Russia's strike capabilities.
Targeting Su-34. Multi-role fighter bombers and Su-57 5th-generation fighters is critical to reducing the enemy's strike capability. Russian Su-34 fighter jets can carry a range of guided bombs and missiles and strike targets, including critical infrastructure, military facilities, and civilian areas, at distances of up to 1,000 kilometers. Every Su-34 fighter jet shot down means fewer airstrikes, more civilian lives saved, and less strain on air defense systems.
Brovdi also described the Su-57 as a particular threat to Ukrainian aircraft and air defenses. The strike marks one of the longest-range Ukrainian attacks since the war began, underscoring Kyiv's expanding deep strike capability. Russian officials have already acknowledged the growing reach of Ukrainian drones. Secretary of the Russian Security Council, Secretary Sergei Shoigu, in mid-March confirmed that Ukrainian long-range drones had begun to pose a direct threat to regions deep inside Russia, including the strategically critical Ural industrial area.
Thus, until recently, the Urals were out of reach for strikes from Ukrainian territory, and today they are already in the zone of immediate threat.
This is not the first time Ukraine has targeted high-value air assets. Previous operations, including the large-scale Operation Spiderweb drone assault, have demonstrated Kyiv's intent to systematically degrade Russia's air power. If confirmed, the strike on Shagol airbase signals a new phase in the air war, where even Russia's most advanced fighters, positioned deep in the rear, are no longer beyond reach. Ukraine has expanded its deep strike drone campaign, hitting Russian air and naval assets far behind the front line in a coordinated escalation across multiple domains. On April 29th, Ukrainian drone units struck 2 Russian helicopters at a field airstrip in Russia's Voronezh region, approximately 150 kilometers from the line of contact. According to Brovdi, also known by his call sign cmdr, the operation targeted Mi-28 and Mi-17 helicopters. The helicopters were located at a temporary landing site used for refueling and maintenance between flights.
The strike was carried out by drone crews from Ukraine's 429th Achilles Separate Regiment and the 43rd Unit, in coordination with a Special Operations Unit. The drones hit the rear central section of the helicopter's engine compartments, avoiding the main rotor blades.
According to the Ukrainian commander, at least 1 maintenance personnel was reportedly killed in the strike. The Mi-28, codenamed by NATO Havoc, is a heavily armed attack helicopter equipped with a 30mm cannon and anti-ground munitions, while the Mi-17 HIP serves dual roles as a transport and gunship platform. The Voronezh region lies deep inside Russian territory, indicating Ukraine's growing capacity to strike logistical and maintenance nodes rather than just frontline assets. Targeting helicopters on the ground disrupts sortie generation cycles and reduces operational tempo. In a parallel operation early on April 30th, the Ukrainian Navy targeted Russian vessels guarding the Kerch Strait. The forces and means of the Ukrainian Navy inflicted damage on the Russian naval fleet in the Kerch Strait area. As a result of the strike, the enemy suffered irrecoverable and sanitary losses. This is another example of the effective work of the Ukrainian Navy and the consistent reduction of the enemy's capabilities in the Black Sea. The operation reportedly targeted a Shagol-class patrol boat and a Grakonok-class anti-sabotage boat, both used to secure the Kerch Bridge and counter maritime sabotage threats. Footage released by Ukrainian sources appears to show the moment of impact from naval drones, though independent verification remains pending. According to Ukraine's General Staff, naval drones also struck the sanctioned tanker Marquise near Tuapse on Russia's Black Sea coast. The vessel, reportedly operating with its tracking system turned off, was hit in the stern, triggering an explosion in the engine and propeller section. Earlier in April, Ukraine's military intelligence agency reported the destruction of the Slavyanin, described as Russia's last railway ferry in the Kerch Strait, critical for transporting fuel, weapons, and military equipment into occupied Crimea. From inland airstrips to contested sea lanes, Ukraine's drone warfare is increasingly shaping the battle space, eroding Russia's operational depth and testing the resilience of its rear area defenses.